bumped into a child that was made of dollar signs. They named her commodity. As economies declined, the block was surely hot, but cold stares is all she sent me. And in a bit of irony, her pockets were always empty. I reached out for her hand, cause no one else was around, and she started to cry, and I can hear the pennies hit the ground. We walked across a landscape and tried to dry her tears. She took me to graves of others that had tried for years, but all to no avail. We stood upon the scale, permanently unbalanced, held by a woman in a veil made of constitutions, folded by biblical contradictions, to blind her from conclusions and lead convicts restricted further along the road to perdition, paid by a bill of rights that never included anyone that either of us were looking like, pointed to an adjacent corner laced with mourners of the American dream. Reality slays as the coroner tour bus a circle driven by music we document that's purely aspirational, gated in by the opulence. The tour is just to see the train tracks from the other side. No tickets, double click a playlist if you wanna ride. Daily lives are tiring as those tires on the pavement. Look but don't touch, cause poor is contagious. Something to look forward to, and how worthless the days get. The club opens up soon inside a refurbished slave ship. The dollar sign child told me about paths we never take, because they're not allowed, and there is no escape. And at first, I ain't believe her, that existence reeks of pain. But I found the only exit leads to Bootstrap Lane, so we pulled up by it. It was an illusion, an everlasting solution that's buoyed by no conclusion. Vegas Avenue in all directions undefined, only even suggesting in attempts to undermine the issues that's underlined, highlighted by the signs that we see right in front of us but are told to put behind. She told me few escape and they never return to share any directions. To them there's no concern, they'd rather assimilate and imitate newfound spaces, emulate their old fears and degenerate their foundations instead of taking care of their own. The dollar sign went back to crying. I caught her tears and used it as bus fare home. Now I'm alone, fight to survive now. Back to the wall, the only time I feel alive now. They only like me and my vibe when I'm tied down. It can't be worse than this on the other side. How? I'll take my chances when it comes to it. Transition out this place all in one movement. Thirst for something better. Guess I went to the well late. Now I'm trapped and readapting to this hellscape.